welcome back into the survival of Subnautica. So, while it's nighttime, let me actually see what this message is. It's probably the sunbeam again.
This is Sunbeam.
Ah,
You know Aurora. We're from a little transgov on the far side of Andromeda, and we have a saying there. There's no bad without the good, no good without the bad. Sounds like you tasted a bunch of the former, but that only means you're overdue a whole lot of the latter. Might just be we're in. We're scanning for somewhere to park. We'll be in touch when we find it. Sunbeam out.
so he had a really metaphoric way of saying, "You're in luck, we're coming to get you." But there's a lot of questions. Why did we crash? Why did we come near this planet? Who was that was living on the island? Well, I have some of the answers we can listen to while it's nighttime still. Alright, so here is what the plan was for the Aurora. Furthest research of inhabited space are due to expand as Altera Corp launches the newly constructed capital ship carrying a phase gate bound for the Rodney Arm. Arendne. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Aurora will travel from a space dock on the edge of Altair space, making hundreds of consecutive phase gate jumps through the 9 different Transcoms authorities and arrive on the far side of that in 3 months' time. From there, the command crew will pilot the ship beyond the final phase gate, arriving in the next solar system approximately 18 months later. There, the elite team of engineers will begin a 6-month construction project at the new phase gate, a multi-trillion credit investment. In the absence of existing infrastructure in the region, the vessel is equipped with advanced thermal and nuclear power facilities. Altera Corp currently operates 9% of all phase gates in the galaxy. If the Aurora's mission is successful, the Altera will have outmaneuvered a cabal of Mongolian corporation operating a range of outposts and mines in the region. So that was the basic idea of the Aurora, was they're stretching out and creating these travel points for space. Okay, so here's what the black box data has to say. Initiated slingshot maneuver around planet 4546b. High velocity energy pulse detected on the planet's surface. Emergency distress signal sent to Altera listening buoy via long-range comm relay. Impact detected. Life pod base on starboard side. Compromised. Outgoing communications compromised. Emergency evacuation initiated. Manual piloting transferred to Captain Hollister. Life pod 1 through 25 launched successfully. So there was 2 seats per life pod, so there was potentially 50 people aboard the Aurora. Entering planetary atmosphere, massive impact registered, drive core, shield compromised. We did go and fix that. Emergency bounce back received from only 8 life pods on planet. Human life signs detected over long range. T plus hours 1. So I'm the last one after 8 hours. So again, were we just knocked out for 8 hours? Personnel unaccounted for. Non-essential system maintenance chief Riley Robinson. Altera HQ rescue solution received at T 8 hours to high priority terminal and Captain. Rescue solution received high priority terminal and captain's quarters. I can't get in there though. Monitoring equipment fail at T plus 13 hours. Oh yeah, it says right here, Aurora ship status. Crew, command team 23, engineering team 85, support crew 40 passengers. That's a lot of people. 85? There was no way only 50 people were going to get off the life pod. Sustained heavy damage in orbit of planet 4546b. Cause unknown, evacuation data unavailable. Dark matter ion device, drive core V8, main robotic suit, advanced scanner suit. Alright, so the reason we were coming this close to this basically uncharted planet was the search and rescue. The crew of the Mongolian vessel Degasi, last known position, vicinity of planet 4546b. That word, arm. Contact Mongolian emissary. Oh! Emissary. Gochi Kasar. He was... I know he is one of the, he's one of the life pods. Anyway, yeah, so Aurora Auxiliary Mission orders the crew of the Mongolian vessel Degassi. We bring on the Mongolian emissary, Mr. Kassar. He is actually one of the life pods that I have yet to receive a thing from. Aurora passenger quarters. Mission brief. A Mongolian vessel, the Degassi, disappeared amongst almost a decade ago, carrying with it a high-ranking Mongolian chief. Corporate insurance has purchased passage aboard the Aurora for emissary Kassar. And your orders are to make every reasonable effort to locate and retrieve the Degassi crew members without compromising the primary mission. Confirming the fate of the crew will aid Altera's diplomatic efforts with the Mongolian councils. So, Aurora is due to perform slingshot maneuver around 4546B, Category 3 Ocean Planet, approximately 13 months post-launch. This will bring the ship within range of the Degassi's last known position. Additional aquatic and all-terrain vehicles have been included in the Aurora's cargo package for this mission. The Degassi crew manifesto has been distributed to the senior employees in a separate message. So this is why we have all this technology preset on all of our equipment, was because they knew this was an ocean planet, and that there was any signs of the Degassi left. That was what we were going to do, was go and save them.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degassi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years. This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship. And your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like. Let him go deal with your plans.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Bard, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Calorie intake recommended.
Okay, shut up.
You see, Chief, you brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, A habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal. What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Alright, so that last voice log number 4 is referring to this purple artifact tablet that we had found inside their destroyed base. And now that it's daytime, we can safely travel to the other question to be answered. We found out why we're here, we found out why we got so close to this planet. Now, find out what shot us down. So I'm approaching the main island, which used to just exist. There never used to actually... Oh yeah, there's Reaper down here. Almost forgot. Anyway, this island used to just exist. There never used to be too much on it. Yes, I hear you. We're getting close. Could you not? Why are you getting so close? Oh goody, we got Warper here. I'm gonna go around to the other side. Alright, so this is what shot us down. Now, a lot of people mistook it for a just randomly set structure. But no, this SOB actually is an anti-air turret, believe it or not. The device matches no known technologies and likely alien in nature. Power is being routed via the terminal to nearby force field. Technology is far beyond anything encountered before by Federation. Nonetheless, there's a good chance it functions like a regular lock and only requires the correct kind of key. Only requires the correct kind of key? Gee, I wonder what type of key that is. Probably this one that matches it. Yet. Sure enough, it is. Let us enter this monstrosity.
This structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
So this is definitely quite the structure before, and it comes with little data terminal downloads.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Discovered inside an alien facility. It was not possible to translate any useful information. However, scans have returned some information on the device itself. So technology is advanced enough to determine what does certain things. As far as I can assume, it's likely a solid-state computer, although there is no clear way to interface with it. On approach, it began to producing a low-frequency radio wave containing complex but recognizable data patterns. It's likely the alien species which designed this technology evolved or genetically selected sensory apparatus to hear and understand the information being broadcast by the device and to communicate back. The mental processing power required to perform this kind of telepathy would imply that designers were considerably more psychologically developed than the common human. Further research required. Well, you don't say. first thing we come across is this thing. The ion cube. This green mineral substance has no entry on the periodic table and an unprecedented ability to store huge amounts of ionic energy within it. Likely grown artificially, cubic appearance suggests it has been cut from a larger deposit. Each cube contains the equivalent ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. Under the right conditions, the energy can be released in a controlled manner, likely used as batteries, but would require a substantial power source to be recharged. Valuable energy source. It's all cubic and pretty.
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
Now let me tell you, if I was to build something like this, it would be 100% aesthetic. And we get another data download over here.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Data appears to be a multi-dimensional schematic of some kind. By mapping the pattern to three-dimensional space, it is possible to gather basic understanding of this facility's internal workings. The facility's unknown construction material is identified as an ultra-hard, non-reactive metal amalgam. Synthesized from off-world materials, there is no indication that it can be damaged or destroyed by available means. The schematic indicates the facility was to be powered by a separate self-sustaining power plant located elsewhere on the planet. The location is not listed, but there is evidence that the designers intended to harness the planet's natural thermal energy. The facility consists of the upper engineering section where the schematic was found, and the control room, which is accessed via a security-sealed elevator shaft or separate underwater moon pool. The control room in the lower section houses the only known way to interface with the facility. However, the schematic does not detail the operation procedure or installed security measures. Alright, so here's the moon pool, which you can dock the Cyclops in for whatever reason. But this suggests that these aliens of some kind had some other means of transportation themselves that was docked there as well. A gun? Alien rifle. That looks very Forerunner-esque from Halo 4. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form. This device must have been designed with humanoid user in mind. Whether the aliens that built the structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed the use of the humanoid is unclear. Use of humanoids. What is clear is that they consider defending this facility a necessary precaution. There is no obvious way to remove the rifle from this case. Alien device. What is this? This looks like a grenade. And it's pulsing with energy. Doomsday device? Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet along with most of the solar system. What? Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. Why would something like this exist? Oh no, I wish we had another key. Oh, look at that. Boop. Let's interact with it. Poke. Ow. That was rude.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
Disable weapon. Energy core.
Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
This device houses energy equivalent to 100 megaton nuclear detonation, which can be channeled through the facility and directed at vessels overhead, or bent around the planet's gravitational pull to strike targets in orbit. What? Power is routed via the attached terminal, allowing for the device to be deactivated if necessary. It is currently operating without parameters, suggesting it will target any ship within range. So that is what shot us down. It is on high alert and shooting down anything within the air. Intercepted background data regarding further alien facilities elsewhere on the planet. Disease research facility. So it did say we were infected. So let's do a self-scan.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain.
So we are indeed infected. So we must make our way to the disease research facility. It's approximately 800 meters deep. Cave system with extensive fossil record. Southwest of enforcement platform. Live specimen study. Objectives: synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated the Kara. So we have also other thermal power facility, 1,200 meters deep, inside an extensive natural rock formation in an area of intense volcanic activity. Generate energy for all local facilities. Sanctuary A and B. Data is corrupted. Offsite laboratory. Of course, that's going to be corrupted. Primary containment facility. Also corrupted. So anywhere else other than the research and the power plant, we're probably not going to be able to find. In the event of an outbreak, quarantine procedures will automatically enforce with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. So that is what these aliens were doing. They are trying to cure this disease and trying to make sure it is contained, so it does not leave this planet before it has a chance of finding a cure. Now, whether it originated on this planet or not, nothing ever really specifies, but it is clear that it is trying to contain it on this planet alone, which is why the Degasi crew and the Aurora was shot down, because it had gotten too close in fear of them becoming infected and leaving the planet.
High priority automated message from Aurora. Live pod 13 coordinates attached. Live pod is carrying high priority passenger.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kasa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Send immediate burial detail.
We're gonna follow the paper trail of the Degasi and head to their proposed habitat location. Go dive down to the Jelly Shroom Caves. Yay! Not only that, but this is also why you need the depth module 1 for your Seamoth, so you can actually safely make it all the way down here. And I do see some ow, God, son of a fucking stalagmites. Do see some things I can scan. Modification station.
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
Oh, somewhere? Gee, somewhere? This one? Thanks, AI. Okay, I already had the battery cell. Okay, I got the other part of the moon pool fragment now. Sweet. I already got the stasis rifle. Alright, so we needed the water filtration machine. As far as I know, this is the only place you can find it to scan it. Okay, got the other PDA. We can get out of here.
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do. We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I have an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea level.
So they know. They can't. Marguerite's got the most rational, or I guess not rational, but the most deductive reasoning out of all of them. Where whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again.
These conniving corporate bourgeois, inbred, incompetent, self-absorbed jerks don't have a damn clue. The kid's not so bad. He's even useful. But I swear, everything that comes out of his father's idiot face is a narcissistic lie. He wants to stay in this cave, his problem. I'm the one doing the heavy lifting. When sea monsters are hunting you, you don't hide. You hunt the sea monsters. Then you build a bigger boat out of sea monster bones and you hunt bigger monsters. Keep going until there aren't any monsters left to hunt you. I'm going deeper. I'm gonna find what shot us down and I'm gonna tear its damn heart out. I started the prep work. The kids taught me how to make enameled glass. I've started stockpiling metal ores to build myself a sea moth. I'll raid the indoor grow beds before I leave.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful. So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degasi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship. Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal share price on the other side of the Federation.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay. This dude is awfully greedy, though, Paul Torgal. So I am running out of space for my materials. I'm going to have to build that base here soon.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. Should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
So that's a good enough thing to do while we wait for the Sunbeam to arrive, is finally establish our base setup. I need water, though. I'm out of water. Do I even have a builder tool? No. Alright, so 4 solar panels should be enough to keep this in effective power mode. Now, of course, they've implemented the fact that if it's not daytime, you ain't getting more power back. Alright, so now that this thing has power, I can come in here and be safe with my oxygen. I can have my own little fabricator. Yay! I don't have to run back to the life pod anymore. I guess I could use the computer chip for the stasis rifle. Yeah. What the hell?
What are you?
It's fucking terrifying. Jesus Christ. Came out of nowhere at me like that? Alright, so we've made it to the landing site. And the gun started reacting. It's because the sunbeam is about to arrive.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site. Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8. It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Well, so much for being rescued. But over that course of time, we figured out that this was going to do that anyway, but now we get to see it in action. Too bad we couldn't transmit back to the Sunbeam and tell them, oh hey, by the way, you're going to get shot down if you try to save us. Well, sorry Avery Quinn of the trading ship Sunbeam. Ah, gotcha. Can't do anything. God, you take a long time to scan, though. You would teleport out of the frickin' stasis. Asshole. You are fast. Damn it. Come on. Get over here, would you? What are you eating? Ah, got him. Got him frickin' trapped. Fucking terrifying ass sound you make. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, he was still trapped down there as I made my getaway.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, let's see what it says about the Warper. An aggressive creature with the ability to teleport itself and others in space. No genetic crossover identified with indigenous life forms. Demonstrates no recognized defensive behavior. Mechanisms located in the head region provide its warping capability, which it uses to stalk its targets. It appears to hunt other life forms, but no digestive organs have been identified. Internal structure considerably more complex than other known organisms, unable to distinguish whether organic or artificial in nature. Further research required. Managed to scan and escape Reaper Leviathan. Leviathan-class species are vast organisms at the top of the respective food chain. This species is a streamlined hunter with highly developed senses. Leviathan is capable of locking prey in place with its 4 powerful mandibles and drawing it within reach of its jaws. Stimulated pressure exceeds sea moth crush resistance. Echolocation: the deep roar emitted by the Reaper at regular intervals is effectively sonar. If you can hear it, the Reaper can see you. I mentioned that before. He didn't come right after me right away, though. Scanned specimen measured 55 meters long. Observed circling its prey and attacking from behind. This creature's almost all muscle, very little brain. No sense of morality, just muscle, synapses, and teeth. Motivational note: congratulations on getting close enough to scan and living to see the results. Extreme threat: avoid at all circumstances. And with that, we will end off here. The next part, I'm going to flesh out some more of the base. I need to get my moon pool up and running. And also, we'll need to find parts to create the Cyclops. But until then, I will be surviving some more of this Subnautica world. Catch you then.